Dude, I gotcha. That's what I was going to ask you is like, we never really talked about in that in Texas, we more so, you gave me the good solid like advice of, how much you appreciate it. How did you feel leading up to it? Because you said you were doing content, prior, and it sounded like you were during pretty pivotal stage, which is like, I'm like, mine. I feel like I'm on my like breakthrough potential journey. This is the year where I had some millions of views stuff, and I've gotten a lot of gas, and it's like, it's interesting because like I didn't get to ask you like how did you conceptualize things? Like where was your head?
Well, it's interesting because I think you can. It's in one side of the coin, you are being thrown into this thing that's going to take up so much of your time, right? And that's scary as someone who needs time to do this thing that you're trying to, create a career online, which is, fast paced and pieces are moving all over the place. And it's like now you have this new element in your life that is going to really require resources and energy. But the flip side of that coin is that there's this new untapped motivation that you didn't even know was inside of you.
Yep.
Right. That now you got a little man or a little girl that you want to grow up and have as someone that can respect you and that they know. So it's like, it was interesting. Like when my wife was pregnant with Jackson before I was still working in the restaurant, and, YouTube was making me a little bit of money, a little bit of scratch on the side. And I had been doing it for a couple of years at this time, just uploading consistently, working, grinding, seeing a little bit of growth. And then 2018 was a crazy year, man, because like I had spoken earlier tonight, I had my son in August of 2018. So I was still working in the restaurant. I had a month of paternity leave. So I was home from August through a lot of September, and then October, when my son was less than a month old, is when my first big video went viral, started to go crazy. And then the second one went crazy, and so this is going crazy. My maternity leave is up, so I go back to work at the restaurant for like 2 months. And
you're questioning so much.
It was a fucking whirlwind because I have this new 2-month-old at home. I'm back at work, and all of a sudden my online life, after all these years of, grinding and whatever, like it's like I'm having this moment, and I'm like, whoa, like this is so, I'm like waiting tables. We'll be like a busy night, and I'm just like pulling my phone out, like, what is happening right now, right?
That's so interesting. Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. So, and then, I went back September, and then a month after I was back, I was like, I went home to my wife, and that it's difficult to go home and be like, honey, I think I'm gonna leave my job. Even we just had a kid a month ago, and I'm gonna fucking leave my job. It was a fine dining steakhouse. I was bartending. I was serving. It was a good job. I'd been in the industry for a lot of years. It was good money for that industry. And she was like, you know what? I trust you. All right, whatever.
And
it was, leading up to that, the year to two leading up to that, there was a lot of like me giving up shifts when I could because I wanted to be home to work on the business and make content. And like, she was very like, she was kind of like side eyeing me a lot. And she's like, well, you only worked 3 to 4 days this week. It's like you give up a shift. And I'm like, honey, I promise, like,
it'll be worth
trust
it.
Me. Like, I think there's something here, like I really think there's something here. And to her credit, like, even with the side eye, she always trusted me. Like, she never, she was like, okay, if you say so. And then finally, like, after that month hit, that October, and I was like, honey, check this out. She's like, okay, I get it.
yeah.
She's like, all right, there's something there. There's something there. You can leave your job. So ever since then, it's just been this, the roller coaster of up months and down months. But all of the kid that then a month later going to the Mr. Beast thing, like that, what a fucking pivotal year that was for me.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And ever since then, it's just been like, yeah, man, how can we, keep this going, like anytime you have a huge blow up, it only lasts so long until you find a new normal.
Bingo,
and then, people come and there's tourists that come and go and there's people that stick around for a while and there's so many variables. But at the end of the day, it's always like, man, what a blessing it is to have this kid that I can raise and I can work from home. And I've just been so thankful to be as stressful as it can be sometimes to be able to work from, my house originally and now my garage across the driveway where it's like I can just go see him anytime and I'm present, I'm around. It's just
I mean, that's a blessing.
Awesome. So you got you're gonna it's gonna be great, man. And there'll be some stressful parts, but I can't wait to ask you in a year. I'll have you back on.